Hey, what's up, guys? It's Shizuzo.
And it's TNS3.
And this is another episode of the TechRichPodcast.
Yeah.
This is going to be kind of our E3 predictions, because E3 is in about a week or so.
Yeah, 2
so,
weeks.
It's a very exciting time to be a gamer. But before we get into E3, there's been a couple of major releases in the past month. MLB The Show was earlier in this month, which is awesome, obviously, for baseball fans. Kay just picked up Watch Dogs, so how's Watch Dogs?
Watch Dogs is really good, but it's even better when you try not to compare it to Grand Theft Auto. It does have similar elements like Grand Theft Auto has. You know, you could jack cars from people, you get chased by cops, you get a wanted level and stuff like that. But the play style of it is a little different. It takes it more seriously.
Yeah.
Though it's also like a near future setting, so you can't fool around as much as in Grand Theft Auto, or you can just go around punching people.
Yeah, it's not really. You can't go on a killing spree really because
Yeah.
of your reputation and stuff. Like
Yeah.
they don't really have anything like that.
Because you have a reputation level. You can be citizen protector.
Yeah.
Vigilante. I don't know the bad things because I try to be as good as possible.
Yeah.
But it's good. The hacking is a fun element to fool around with. It does get a little repetitive after a while, doing the same thing over and over, but it's fun. I'm loving it. Gonna try to platinum it. I say that about every game, but this game I think
it's doable.
Is doable.
Yeah.
There's some tedious ones that they always have, but I think it's doable.
I went over and played it for, I'd say, maybe 10, 15 minutes, and I enjoyed what I played. I didn't think, I'm not comparing it to GTA, but I didn't think it'd be like GTA, like gameplay-wise. I could see myself getting into it, though. I'm not going to get it right away. I'll probably get it sometime over the summer. But I think it's a solid title, and people who are just hating on it, just hate on it.
I think they just hate on it just to hate on it.
Yeah, they're just like, it's not exactly how it was, but it's pretty damn close. Like, if you go back to the first E3 footage and to now, it's not really that different.
Yeah, it was fucking phenomenal.
Like, they put out some weird videos and screenshots that just didn't really show off the game that well, which I think really hurt them, but in the long run, they put out a solid game, and I'm expecting Watch Dogs to be a yearly series like Assassin's Creed is.
Yeah. I was excited that I picked it up.
Yeah, definitely worth to pick up.
At first, I was kind of hesitant on it because of all the delays and all the, the negativity that was on the internet, which, I mean, always happens with everything that gets delayed.
Yeah.
But I was really skeptical about it, but I picked it up just because it was like the only release of the summer since Elder Scrolls got pushed back.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did.
Yeah, it's definitely worth to pick up.
I haven't got too far in the story. I've been doing a lot of the side missions.
Yeah, there's a lot of side missions.
There's a lot. I've been playing it since launch on Tuesday, and I'm maybe on Act 2, like halfway through.
It reminds me a lot of Assassin's Creed, where like some of the side missions are more fun than the story.
Yeah, like
the collectibles and stuff.
Yeah, they have collectibles and side missions, and then they also have like hot spots that you can go. There's 100 around the city, which that took me a few hours to do.
Similar to like Far Cry, like clearing the towers and stuff, kind of.
Yeah, well, they do have that. You like hack into the CTOS towers, and it synchronizes that section of the city for you. But yeah. And
also, Mario Kart just came out yesterday.
Mario Kart.
Man, oh man, is that a good game, guys?
It's pretty fucking sweet.
I don't want to talk too deeply into it because I'm going to be working on a review soon. You can see that on the channel soon. But if you have a Wii U, or if you're on the fence about getting a Wii U, this is the reason to pick up a Wii U. Especially, they have Super Smash coming later this year, but...
Yeah, between Mario Kart and Super Smash Bros., like, it'll be, like, endless amounts of play time, and the online is solid for Mario Kart.
Yeah, there's, like, it's very un-Nintendo.
Yeah, it's probably the cleanest online I've seen on Nintendo.
There's no lag, and you can be playing with people across the world, zero lag, zero anything. The only weird thing is there's no voice chat other than with your friends.
Yeah, that's the only thing that kind of sucks.
And when you're in a party with your friends and there's voice chat, there's only voice chat in the lobbies. So there's no voice chat during the match, which seems like would be the main point of wanting voice chat.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a step in the right direction for Nintendo, and I'm very, very satisfied with the game, and I could see myself putting a lot of hours into it in the future. Yep. So moving on from that, E3 is coming up. I'm super excited. I get excited for it every year.
That's the one thing I look forward to during the summer. Since there's no big releases during the summer, I always look forward to E3.
Yeah.
Because it almost feels like a release. It's like a prepping.
Yeah, it's kind of like Christmas for gamers.
Yeah.
To an extent, even though you don't get anything really,
Yeah, you just get more knowledge.
It's a tease.
It tickles your pickle.
So we're gonna go through every company and just kind of talk about what we expect for them to show.
I guess we'll start like alphabetical order. That way we kind
of.
So Activision. Let's go with Activision.
Well, does Activision have a show?
No, but I mean they're still one of the big companies that we could talk about.
So obviously they're gonna be showing Destiny. All the Destiny that they've shown has kind of been like it's not like full. Like I want to see like the open world. Like they're showing like little bits and pieces. They
how like the hub of the multiplayer.
Yeah, I really want to see a lot more Destiny, and I'm expecting to see that in the Sony conference because they kind of have a deal with Sony. So I'm super excited for Destiny. That's gonna be an awesome game. That's one of Activision's biggest games, and it turns out it's the most expensive game ever made, which is weird. Yeah. And their other main title is Call of Duty.
Obviously, they're gonna show Call of Duty. That's gonna be their.
That's gonna be the Microsoft.
I'm pretty sure that's gonna be their big thing that they want to focus on. Yeah. Like they do every year.
And it's weird.
I don't know how I feel about this one.
Okay, everybody hated Ghost, but I hated it. Then I enjoyed it after I got into it. As you can tell, if you go look at my review, I fucking shit on that game. Yeah. Then I played like 100 hours of it, so I'm a fucking hypocrite anyway. But a lot of people are like super excited for Advanced Warfare, and I just don't see it.
I don't know because it's gonna be developed by Sledgehammer Games, who did MW3,
and I hated MW3,
and I didn't like MW3. Yeah. Although it was the one that I played the most of the multiplayer on. Just because, like, when we played MW2, like, it was always in a private lobby. We'd always play private lobbies. Yeah. Fuck around, search and destroy and stuff. Yeah. Then Black Ops came out, and then that's all we did was play zombies. Then MW3 came out, and I actually played the multiplayer more on it because there was nothing else to do. Yeah, yeah. But it was so unbalanced, it hurt.
Yeah. MW3 has the worst maps of any Call of Duty game I've ever played.
The maps were god-awful.
Every single map, I would just be like, I do not want to play this. Can you just put in some COD 4 maps or MW2 maps and make me happy?
Yeah, literally the only map I loved was Terminal.
Yeah, they have a Terminal 24/7 lobby now. So that just shows, like, people love Terminal. They don't really love anything else. No. I'm kind of bummed that this year is not a Treyarch game because I was so excited for Next Gen Zombies. Yeah. But it gives them an extra year to work on it.
Which I can't wait for the next Treyarch game. I'm probably not going to pick up Advanced Warfare until after I play it. I'm going to try it out first.
Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely not getting it on launch. I'll probably do similar to what I did on for Ghost.
They usually always have a sale when Call of Duty is like a couple months after.
Yeah, anyway. So. I'm gonna pick it up just because I pick up every COD game, but it's not something I'm super.
It's always a good game to like just to fuck around with your friends online and stuff.
Especially some of our friends are super Call of Duty nerds, and that's almost all they play.
So that's almost the only game we get to play with them.
Yeah, so it's worth it just to play with them. Yeah. So moving on.
Also, they do have Skylanders.
Which is gonna be I forgot about Skylanders.
For the kids.
Yeah, Skylanders is.
That's coming out in November. I can't remember the exact title of it. But that is like crack cocaine to little kids.
Working at a game store, I was super surprised at how successful Skylanders is.
That is probably the most money grab.
One out of every 3 customers that comes into a store is going right to the Skylanders section to look at, see if
they have
there's
kids,
a certain figure.
If they have kids and they're not walking to like the Wii or the Wii U section, it's straight to Skylanders.
Yeah. This is kind of skipping ahead to the Nintendo section a little bit. I'm not going to get super into it, but Nintendo has announced that they're doing their near-field communication things with the Wii remote. So if you see right here, there's a near-field communicator. So they're going to have their own figures you could place right here, scans into the game, and you'll be able to play with their characters.
Oh, that's cool.
They're saying it's going to work kind of like a memory stick. So you could put your character here, and then everything's into the game, and then like if you want to go to your friend's house, all your stuff is saved on the character.
That's cool. I like that.
So that might take a hit away from Activision and Skylanders, but I think Skylanders is such a juggernaut now, like nothing could really touch them.
Yeah, Disney Infinity even like.
Yeah, I think Disney Infinity is even a little cooler than Skylanders because it has characters you know.
Yeah.
Skylanders, it's weird that it's so successful with people you don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
So moving on from Activision, let's go to
would be the next.
Yeah, EA is the next one.
So I'm really excited for some of the things that I'm hoping EA is going to show. The biggest thing is I'm hoping DICE shows off the new Battlefront game. They teased it last year, so they've had a full a little over a year to work on it. I'm not expecting it to be out anytime soon, but I want to see it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 2015 release.
Yeah, because last year at E3 they had got the Star Wars licensing like 2 or 3 months before E3, so they've only had the licensing for a little over a year now.
Yeah.
So it's not super far into development, but I think that is going to be an awesome game.
I don't know yet if we're gonna get a gameplay trailer, but we may get like a full length trailer. Whereas like last year it was just like a little tease.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty stoked for. I love Battlefront on PlayStation 2.
Yeah, Battlefront 2 was so good.
Probably one of the most. I think that game actually got me to like shooters more, and I like it because it's third person, and I enjoy third person shooters more so than first person shooters.
Yeah.
With the exception of BioShock, obviously. I love BioShock, as you can tell, but. I think that game was the one that like got me more into shooters because usually I was more of a platform action or adventure RPG type of guy. So I'm really stoked for that.
I'm kind of the opposite where I'm almost fully first person shooter, but that was one of the third person shooter games that I really liked.
I just like how more like you get to be more involved with the character in third person, whereas like first person it just almost feels like you're just mindlessly shooting.
If you look at how like deep like Battlefield is, which is DICE's other games,
which obviously they're going to talk about because they have a new one coming out.
They just a leak was just announced. What is it? Battlefield something. I forgot the name. Totally slipped my mind.
I just know that's a like cops and robbers.
Yeah, it's like a cops and robbers game, which is interesting.
I like it that it's stepping away from the war and like bring it on to like.
Actual life.
Like life inside like a city instead of like out in the field and stuff.
So I'm excited for Battlefield and Battlefront, which I actually read this, I forgot where I read it exactly. Someone was thinking they might rename Battlefront just Battlefield and a Star Wars subtitle, just to keep the Battlefield brand big. But I think that would take away from the Battlefront brand.
That would take away from it, yeah.
So I'm interested to see, and another thing I'm interested to see from EA is the new Madden. I was super disappointed with Madden 25 on the PS4 because it was really just a port with.
I think it was actually better on PS3.
It was
and Xbox 360.
The mechanics on the next gen was just terrible. I didn't like the way it felt, and I'm hoping that they really put their money into the next gen console and show off what these consoles can do.
I mean, they monopolize, the football games.
Yeah.
They're the only ones that make them.
Yeah, there's no college games anymore. Even if it was an EA game.
It was an EA game. So, but I still think they need to keep up the caliber. Otherwise, people are going to slowly slack off. Yeah. But there's a lot of pro gamers out there that's all they play is Madden and Call of Duty. I mean, people will still buy it year in, year out.
Yeah, and I'll be one of those people probably.
I usually pick up a sports game every 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
Just because there's really not too much new, and then people, I mean, you can always get updated rosters. They don't really go, too much around the league. Especially in football, people don't get traded as often.
Yeah.
As they do in like baseball and basketball and stuff. And then also moving away from sports, they also have 2 big games from BioWare. Well, one big game from BioWare, which is Dragon Age and Inquisition, which will be coming out later this year. That one is going to be a huge one that I'm sure they're going to talk about.
It looks a lot like Skyrim.
Yeah, they're probably going to show a lot more, maybe a gameplay trailer or some gameplay footage actually of it.
Yeah.
And then they may mention like the Mass Effect trilogy remake.
Yeah, and maybe what if they drop Mass Effect 4?
I would jizz even more.
Mass Effect 4 PS4 exclusive. Boom, that's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Dragon Age Inquisition.
Which also, I thought about this after, but I heard rumors of a Call of Duty Modern Warfare remake trilogy.
I would cry if they remade COD 4. I would cry. That's my favorite game ever. It's been
rumored. I don't know if it's going to happen, but
I've been wanting that for so long. I would
like to see it.
I mean, it's just money waiting to happen.
And even MW2. MW3 I don't give a shit about.
Yeah, dude, just remake Call of Duty, MW2, and Modern Warfare 1, COD 4, in one game, and don't change too much.
Yeah, just make it prettier.
Yeah, just make it prettier, and I'll be
balanced.
happy. Yeah.
Definitely fix the balancing.
Yeah.
I don't want fucking Akimbo Rangers and then.
Well, wouldn't that be Activision? Or are you saying you forgot to talk?
Yeah, I forgot to talk about
it. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much
We can cut it out or we can edit it.
Yeah, that'd be fine. It's whatever. It's a podcast. Who cares?
Yeah, what are we going to talk about Dragon Age?
I'm excited for Dragon Age. I haven't played any of the other ones, which I need to play. I feel like I need to play before them, but It looks a lot like Skyrim. The story even looks a lot like Skyrim. So I'm excited to play it. I'm always open. I'm always down for an open world RPG.
Yeah.
And
love open worlds.
Yeah.
I played the first one. It didn't really grab me too much. I don't know why. I guess because like I was thinking I wanted more of like open world, where this one it was semi-open world. Like you were able to go everywhere, but like you had load screens from point A. Like it was almost like like Thief was. Like it was open world to an extent, but you had loading screens in between each piece.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I didn't really care about. But yet I love I love Mass Effect. So go figure, it's the same company.
Yeah.
And like and then the mechanics of it is basically the same, except one, was an RPG. Like
one has
is
guns
like
and stuff.
hacking like RPG, and then the other one is like a third person shooter RPG.
Yeah. All right, so moving on to Take-Two.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Take-Two Interactive.
They have the new Borderlands game coming out, the pre-sequel.
Borderlands is definitely gonna be.
Did you see the new trailer that came out?
I actually haven't seen it.
Okay, so it's.
I love Borderlands. It's one of my favorite series, but I don't really give a shit about this one because I can't play it.
It's a bummer that it's not on next gen.
Yeah, it's cool that they're still putting out games for the previous systems.
I'm hoping it'll be on PlayStation now.
It may be.
So
maybe not right away, but in a couple of years.
But do you remember when Breaking Bad was coming back, the Ozymandias trailer of Bryan Cranston reading Ozymandias? Mm-hmm. Well, it was pretty much a parody of that. But it was Handsome Jack reading it, but at the end he just started he's like, this is a fucking stupid poem, I don't want to die. So it was just hilarious. Check it out if you haven't, and it made me more excited for the game because it showed the comedy that's behind Borderlands.
Yeah, I love Borderlands' sense of humor. It's amazing.
I'm excited to play. One of the main reasons I want is I want to play as Claptrap. Since Borderlands 1, I've wanted to play as Claptrap. So
yeah, I think it's pretty sweet that he's a playable character finally.
Yeah,
because he's a fan favorite, even though he's not playable until now. But he's just hysterical. Another
Take-Two game that I don't know if they'll announce anything for, but they're working on is a new BioShock game.
Yeah. Especially since Irrational Games got shut down.
Yeah. So it's gonna be similar to how BioShock 2 happened, where it wasn't.
I think it's 2K Marlin.
It's from Melbourne.
Oh.
I don't know where it's. It's Australia.
Okay.
It's in Australia.
I think it's. I don't know. It might be 2K Australia and then also 2K Marin.
Yeah. I know there's part of them are in Australia.
But I think those two have already. I know Marin or whatever worked on BioShock 2, and Australia I believe might have worked on all three, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably. That sounds about right.
I think
Don't take any of this.
There's so many 2K studios all over
so
the globe.
A lot of people hated on BioShock 2 because it wasn't Irrational. I was a huge fan of it. You're wearing a BioShock 2 shirt. So
I love all of them.
Yeah, I love all of them. BioShock 2 mechanically felt really good because
the thing I like most about BioShock 2 was the fact that you were able to use a weapon and then also your plasmids.
Yeah.
Which BioShock 1, that was the most annoying thing ever.
Yeah.
Because you were constantly switching through and then you had to go back and forth
But that's what made BioShock 1 more of a horror game because you were scared because you could only had to switch and it was limited ammo.
I like the atmosphere so much more about BioShock 1.
Yeah, BioShock 1.
It was more claustrophobic and you were kind of almost paranoid about where you were at all times.
Yeah, and it was scary.
The first one you were also human, whereas the second one you were a big daddy. Yeah. So you had a lot more power.
Yeah, you had a fucking drill hand.
Yeah,
which was all you just I love
drill run into people.
But
I would love to see them announce another BioShock.
Yeah.
Or at least say there's another BioShock in the work and give a little teaser.
Yeah. So I'm hoping they don't milk this series and make them shitty.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they kind of still put their work into it because they know people are gonna buy them.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it stays good.
They're a permanent franchise.
I hope they don't make it annual. I really don't. I
don't see them making it annual. Every 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, 2 to 3 years would be okay.
Because that's basically how they've been. Every 2 to 3 years.
Well, Infinite took 4 or 5 years.
Well, it was all supposed to be
before it got delayed.
Before it got delayed, it was supposed to be a year or two after the second one. I think it might have been 2 years.
So is that it for Take-Two?
No, they still got 2K, NBA 2K.
Yeah,
which I'm sure they'll talk about. Probably talk about Durant being on the cover.
Which is one of the main reasons I'm not getting it this year.
They'll probably announce a WWE.
Yeah, new WWE
game. Because they haven't really released anything yet, but E3 might be the time when they will talk about it. And then also, Rockstar has a huge announcement that they don't want to release yet. Because, I mean, it's Rockstar. I'm really hoping it's Red Dead.
It's going to be Red Dead 2.
I'd love it to be that. But people are also speculating that's going to be GTA 5 on next-gen consoles and maybe PC.
I don't want that.
I really don't want it either.
I don't want that.
I really don't want it either. I played it already. I'm over it.
Exactly. That was a last year game.
I mean, I know people are upset that it didn't make it to next-gen, but I don't want it. Like, I already played it, beat it, whatever. I'm done.
Yeah.
Like,
I want something new.
The only thing I'd do would probably be going around and full and online. That'd be like the only thing there is left for me to do on GTA, just because I didn't do it as much as I wanted to. But I want to see a Red Dead Redemption 2, or maybe even a new IP that they may.
Well, that's the funny thing is Rockstar owes Sony an IP. Because remember Agent? That never happened. That was a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah, they may be actually announcing that.
So maybe it might be
because they just renewed actually the trademark.
Yeah.
For it.
So it might be that, but Rockstar owes Sony an exclusive. So maybe that's what they announced.
However, Red Dead Redemption 2 is an exclusive. I'm cool with that too.
It won't be, but I just hope
it's too big of a game.
If they announce Red Dead 2, it better be next gen only. I do not want this game to be held back by last gen.
Same here.
That's my biggest gripe with games right now is they want to make more money, so they put it on both. But the games suffer because of it.
They do.
You can't push the next gen technology yet because it's still being held back by these other consoles.
Even Watch Dogs was god awful on previous gen systems.
Yeah, so I'm hopeful.
Yeah. Well, I think that's basically it for 2K though.
Yeah. So moving
basically
on.
2K and Rockstar's 2K.
Yeah, pretty much.
Off to Ubisoft, I guess, is the next big one. Ubisoft, I'm pretty sure will talk about Far Cry 4 and Assassin's Creed Unity. Yeah. That's going to be their big two that they'll talk about. I don't know whose show they're going to be talking about. No, actually, they have their own show. I'm sorry. I forgot about that. They'll do that probably another Just Dance, because they have that every year.
We forgot a 2K game.
Oh, what?
Evolve.
Oh, shit. I forgot that was 2K. For some reason, I was thinking it was Valve, just because everyone's saying it's Left 4 Dead.
Yeah. I'm excited as fuck for this game, and everyone that's played it at preview events is saying it's really good.
Yeah, everyone's saying it's really phenomenal.
It looks so good.
Yeah, it's not a game that I'm like stupid excited about. I'll play it. I won't pick it up at launch, but
it's one of those.
I definitely want to try it out for sure.
It's one of those games that I think you need a group of friends for.
Yeah, it's almost like Borderlands. Like Borderlands by yourself isn't as fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's playable because it's good.
Yeah, because I had to play Borderlands 2 by myself, and I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I played Borderlands 1 by myself.
Yeah, so.
And then Borderlands 2 is when I had it on Xbox instead of PlayStation, so I had more friends that played it.
Yeah, so I'm excited for Evolve. It's looking like it's going to be really good. So yeah, I didn't want to forget about Evolve. So moving back on to Ubisoft.
We could just say it. Okay, now Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Ubisoft is the next big one. They have their own show.
So they'll be talking about Assassin's Creed and Far Cry.
Unity, Far Cry 4, and probably another Just Dance.
Yeah.
They have that every year, so.
So Unity has been officially announced. I'm sure they'll show some gameplay and more of the story and stuff like that. But they haven't officially announced what's going to be the past-gen consoles version. They're saying it's going to be
Comet or whatever.
Yeah,
but
Comet.
I don't.
I think that's just a working title. That's not the real title. Yeah. They're saying it's going to be like a Black Flag sequel. So it's going to be pirates again.
I don't like that.
I mean, I'm not getting it, so it doesn't matter. But
I mean,
people love the pirate thing, so I don't see a problem with it.
I did really enjoy Assassin's Creed 4. It's one of my favorites in the series, along with 2 and Brotherhood.
Yeah. I'm not a huge Assassin's Creed fan, so I'll just let you talk about it.
I'm pretty stoked for Assassin's Creed Unity. I love Assassin's Creed, so I can't wait for this one. And it's going to be in France, and we have French heritage.
Yeah.
Way back.
2 things I'm slightly excited about.
Pretty cool.
For Assassin's Creed Unity. 1 is it's next gen only, so it's gonna look really good. It's gonna be big.
So much better.
2, the French War is a very, very bloody, very, very murderous war.
Gruesome.
So it's gonna be pretty gruesome, I think.
They're gonna have what's it called?
The guillotines.
Guillotines and shit.
But I'm super excited for Far Cry 4.
Far Cry 4 is gonna be so sick.
People are already calling it a racist game and stuff, which is just ridiculous.
People are just trying to be stupid. Get over
Far
it.
Cry 3 was so good. I didn't like Far Cry 1 and 2, But Far Cry 3 really put the series on the map for me.
Same here. I never played the first one, so I don't really know about that one. The second one was, malaria was a bitch.
Yeah.
3 was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I loved it more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
Because when I first saw it at E3, I was just like, holy shit, I want that game. Like, I thought, like, it was phenomenal. It looked beautiful. Like, the gameplay looked fun. And, like, I was actually being ridiculed by people. They're like, why the fuck would you want Far Cry? Like, Far Cry sucks and yada, yada, yada. I was like, dude, like, what? Did you not see the same gameplay footage I saw? Like, it looks fucking phenomenal. And then after that, people would come back to me and be like,
you're right.
you're right. Like, it's so good. They're like, man, like, did you see the explosions and the blah, 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 and the Skrillex during firing?
Dude, that was the best video game scene ever, is when you're burning the weed fields and there's Skrillex playing. I remember you were like, dude, you have to play this game just for that part.
Yeah, because that's when Skrillex was like a thing.
Yeah, well, Skrillex is still a thing, just not as big of a thing.
I don't give a shit about him anymore.
Yeah. So,
like, it was like a cool phase for like a month, and then just like,
now everyone makes fun of him.
Yeah.
So that's that's most of the big things that were that you
excited for those two. They'll talk about their next Just Dance like they always do.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll also talk about Tom Clancy's The Division.
Yeah.
Because that game's been looking really good.
Speaking of
I know
which,
they haven't showed much of it lately and stuff like that.
So Watch Dogs launched and they had server issues and online issues and stuff.
Yeah, on day one it did. The day after, though, it was perfectly fine.
I'm hoping The Division, they really kind of hold it and wait till it's right. I don't want them to rush it, because I'm really excited for that game. That game looks really, really good, and I don't want them to rush it. I don't want them to take their time.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I mean, they did it with Watch Dogs, and I'm cool that they did it.
Yeah.
It was a little worrisome at first because people were saying, like, it didn't look as good, it didn't play as well, or whatever. But I'm actually very glad with the final product.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm glad that they went back and they didn't rush it.
Yeah.
And even if they have to do that to Assassin's Creed, like, by all means, like, take your time. Like, even though it's an annual series, or if you want it to be an annual series, still, like, if you got to push it back, I'm cool with that. Like, I don't want to buy a broken game.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I was already upset with Fallout New Vegas was, like, the biggest letdown to me, because I love Fallout, and that was the buggiest game I ever played in life.
Like, look at, like, BioShock Infinite was delayed forever, but they got it perfect when they released it.
I'm glad they delayed it.
Like, a delayed game is shitty for a while, a bad game is shitty forever.
Like, that's why I'm okay with Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah,
because I know they were having issues with it on PC already, and then I don't want them bringing it to console and have the same issues, so by all means, go back, polish it, fix it, whatever, update it like you would with the PC version. Yeah. I was kind of upset because, like, I was looking for one big game that I could, crack out on over the fucking summer break, but it's all good. Yeah. I don't mind the delay.
All right. So moving on from Ubisoft, we're gonna move on to Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony.
Yeah.
So
you want to talk about Nintendo first?
Yeah, let's go with Nintendo first. So Nintendo's not doing a show again. They're doing their Nintendo Direct, which is, I think, works for Nintendo because, one, it saves them a fuckload of money, and two, it limits the amount of technical difficulties that they might have. So they get to pre-record it, so
because they do these every week. So
everything's gonna be working smoothly, and I think Nintendo's gonna have a big show this year.
I think so too. They already have 3 big games. That's gonna be Pokemon, the remakes, which I'm super stoked about. Super Smash Bros, which I'm sure everyone and their mother's stoked about, and then a Legend of Zelda game.
So did you hear about the patent that just went public regarding Pokemon?
No, what happened?
So there was a patent that went public for Emerald.
Oh,
like a
Delta
Emerald.
Yeah,
so people are speculating that it might be a Wii U game that ties into Ruby and Sapphire.
Ooh,
so like you'll be able to transfer your Pokemon from your DS to your Wii U game and play. Like I'll be able to play you. Well, maybe not this way, but I'll be able to be on Delta Emerald playing, and then you'll be on your DS
and we can
battle and stuff.
That would be
amazing.
Fucking awesome. I would buy a Wii U, honestly, if this happens. This would be what will sell me the Wii U.
Yeah, not Super Smash.
Not Super Smash Bros. Because, I could play Super Smash Bros. On my 3DS and still be happy with it.
Yeah.
I'm sure, the Wii U version is obviously going to be the more phenomenal, better version of the two. But, I'll be satisfied with it on the 3DS because I can take it wherever I want.
Yeah.
But if they have that for Wii U, probably will have to pick up a Wii U. I'll probably play that and, the Legend of Zelda games and Mario Kart and stuff.
And speaking of Super Smash, there was kind of an announcement. We all know that Nintendo is doing the tournament of some of the biggest Super Smash competitive players are going to be playing a tournament at E3. It's going to be broadcasted.
Which means not me.
Yeah, or me. But at the end of showing who's going to be in the tournament, they announced that they're bringing back the GameCube controllers again.
Yeah.
Which is awesome because the GameCube controller is the perfect controller to play a Super Smash game on.
It is. Like, whenever I play Brawl, like, I still play with the GameCube controller.
Exactly.
I can't play with the fucking Wii remote. The gamepad, okay. The Wii U Pro controller, probably also feasible, but I'm just so used to the GameCube controller. Like, I'll know how to use it. And
so in the tease, they showed the dongle that you'll be able to plug in your GameCube controllers. I'm hoping Wavebirds will be compatible. They also showed the GameCube controller with a Super Smash logo on it, so we're assuming they're going to start making GameCube controllers again.
They may even package them together.
Yeah.
For maybe like $70 or so.
One, I want them to redesign the triggers, because the triggers on the GameCube controllers are springy and they're not very good.
They're very stiff and they're weird. Two,
release a new Wavebird. Like a better Wavebird that is awesome. I mean, the Wavebird is awesome already, but...
Yeah.
So, they're obviously going to show some Super Smash. Probably given a release date for the
they're definitely
3DS
a release
and
date.
Wii U. I'm going to go out on a
I'm assuming they're going to be the same date. I may be wrong.
Yeah.
They may be different, but...
I think this year they have to show their new Zelda game.
They will. They already announced it will be Legend of Zelda Hyrule Warriors?
No, that's not their new Zelda game.
Oh, their new, like...
Zelda game.
Zelda. Okay.
Hyrule Warriors is looking really good, and that's going to be a fun game.
Yeah.
But there's
I see what you're saying.
There's going to be a new,
Zelda...
Like, HD Wii U Zelda game.
Okay, yeah.
Like, brand new.
My bad.
They're going to announce it. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited.
Yeah, I really hope they're going to be launching more of those games on the Wii U.
Yeah.
Like, that's what's missing for the Wii U for me. I mean, Wind Waker is cool, but already played on GameCube.
Mm-hmm. I'm also thinking with the success of Wind Waker, they might re-release Mario Sunshine.
Oh my god,
which
that'd
would
be
cool.
awesome because I love
Especially since they're...
That's another thing that's missing for me is a good like Mario adventure game.
Yeah.
Because I love those. Like I grew up playing those adventure platforming games on PlayStation and on N64 and GameCube. Yeah. So I love those. Like they had Banjo-Kazooie, Mario, Zelda. Like all those games, I can't think of all of them. Like the Donkey Kong N64 and stuff like that.
Jack and Daxter and stuff.
On Nintendo. I mean, I love those. Like they were awesome.
Yeah. So I'm thinking they'll either announce.
I love Star Fox Adventures too, which I know people give me shit about
Star
all
Fox
the time.
Game. Like not an adventures game, like just
like people give me so much shit. They're just like, "How do you like that piece of shit?" I'm just like, dude, it's like fucking Star Fox.
It's fun. It's fun.
In Zelda form.
Yeah.
Like it's an adventure game. Like I like it more than the normal Star Fox, just because I'm not a big like arcade flight shooter guy.
Yeah.
Like I always sucked at like Galaga, so like I never really cared for like Star Fox and stuff.
So yeah, I'm thinking they're gonna either announce a new 3D Mario game or announce like a re-release of either Sunshine, or what I'm hoping for is a disc with an HD Galaxy 1 and 2 on it.
I could see them doing maybe even a collection.
Yeah.
They may have Sunshine and the Galaxies, which would be cool. They probably will be like.
It would make more sense just to have the Galaxies.
It would make more sense to have the Galaxies.
But I'd be cool.
But I would love to see like a HD collection of the three, because I love all three of them.
Yeah. So I'm also hoping that they show off. I'm thinking what they're gonna like. Okay, so my favorite Super Smash character is Captain Falcon. I'm hoping they say, okay, they haven't announced that he's in the new Super Smash yet.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be like, guess what? Captain Falcon's a playable character, and there's a new F-Zero game. What? Strobes, freaking Japanese crazy girls and stuff. Not really, but I think they're gonna announce.
So kawaii.
Yo, that's racist. So I'm hoping.
It's true, though.
I'm hoping there's a new F-Zero game.
Yeah.
So that's most of what Nintendo's gonna be announcing, I think. They might have some other things in their books.
Yeah, hopefully some new stuff.
But I think
for the Wii U. I would also like to see some 3DS stuff.
Yeah, because
like this year, besides Pokemon, like if Pokemon and Super Smash Bros. Like weren't, like if Pokemon wasn't a thing, the only thing I was looking forward to was Super Smash Bros. For the whole year. And I'm glad like they're saying that Pokemon will be a thing, because now I have two games I can look forward to.
One thing I do want to say is they said they have a 90-minute demo.
Ooh.
Of something. Could it be a 3DS game? I'm thinking it's gonna be a Zelda game. Well, it's a 90-minute demo with Q&A, including Q&A.
I think.
So it has
It might be the new Zelda game.
Because it has to be a big game to have 90 minutes of content, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's going to be the new Zelda game or some crazy 3DS game, maybe.
I don't know.
But
I think it might be the Zelda game.
Yeah, and before we get off of Nintendo, they're also going to be announcing their near-field communication characters and stuff. So they've said that's going to be in Super Smash. So I'm interested to see how everything works. Like maybe DLC with characters. You could buy a little character figure. That way you get a cool figure and you get to play with the character.
Packs and stuff.
Yeah, and you can bring the characters to your friend's house and stuff.
Like they can unlock them.
Yeah, you just have a backpack full of characters and you walk around.
Skylanders for Smash Bros.
Yeah. So let's move on to Microsoft. Keep Sony for last.
Yeah, just because we know more about Sony.
So Microsoft recently announced that they're doing a connectless bundle, and it evens the price with the PS4. And for me, this is good because if I ever want to get a Xbox One, I'm definitely not getting Kinect for it.
Yeah, I never had the Kinect for my 360. I never had the Eye for my PlayStation 3. So for my PS4 and because I want to get an Xbox One eventually, but there's no games right now that speak to me, I guess, in a sense.
Yeah.
Project Sunset Overdrive
looks really good.
Is like the only game that like I really enjoyed looking at from last year's show. That was the only one that I was just like, man, this is fucking sweet. Like I want this.
Yeah.
And then also Project Spark was pretty cool. I like how like you almost like made your own game, which I'm sure they're gonna show both at the conference.
They're also gonna show Halo 5
and Halo 5. Obviously, that's gonna be their big finisher.
Yeah.
But then I'm sure they'll also talk about
Fable Legends,
the collection of Halo 1 through 4.
Yeah.
They'll probably give a release date.
Speaking of that, not Bungie. They're not Bungie anymore. But Microsoft, I'm mad at you guys. No one wants Halo 1 or 3 or 4 remade. Just remake Halo 2 with the Halo 2 multiplayer and you will sell consoles.
That's true.
I will buy an Xbox One if you remake Halo 2 with the Halo 2 multiplayer. I will buy an Xbox One for that.
Yeah. I mean, you could just have like 1 through 4 story and then 2's multiplayer.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. If you have 2's multiplayer, you have me. If you don't, I'm not getting it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're going to have like their own multiplayer for it.
And I'm not the only one that feels that way. Everyone wants the Halo 2 multiplayer because that is the best Halo multiplayer there.
I mean, I still think it's going to be a pretty fucking sweet collection.
I just don't understand why they're remaking 3 and 4 as well. I could understand, well, they already remade 1.
Well, I guess you could ask the same thing about like Tomb Raider and Last of Us.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad they're doing them. Because I like remakes, HD remakes and stuff.
Touché. Woo.
Touch.
But I'm hoping they announce Halo 2 remake.
Yeah, but I know for sure they'll talk about Project. I always want to call it Project Sunset Overdrive. Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah.
And then Project Spark.
Yeah.
Because Sunset Overdrive comes out later this year, so that's gonna be a big one. And then Project Spark, they talked about last conference, but they never...
And they showed it last conference, so it's got to be pretty far.
Of it, but they never showed anything, or you never really heard about it since then.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see where
so hopefully they'll bring it back, maybe show like a release date or something for it.
But it's weird, like the new Connectless bundle is going to be coming out the day of their conference. So, and you'd think they would just announce it that day.
Yeah.
But
they'll probably say like, and today.
Yeah, they will.
Like at the beginning of their conference, because usually like they always do like the bigger companies like do their numbers and like this is how they're selling and stuff like that.
Yeah, but
which I know for sure Sony's gonna do because Sony's so numbers driven.
Yeah, Sony opens every show with numbers.
Yeah.
After their dubstep, they
that's
show
numbers. That's the one thing that irritates me about Sony is just like, dude, just show me what you got.
Yeah.
Like I don't give a shit about your numbers. Like I know y'all doing well. Like I don't care.
Phil Spencer, he recently took over for Microsoft,
which we also agreed on. Like is the best thing.
He is the perfect guy for it. One of my favorite things. A little side note: when he got the job, he changed his Twitter avatar to the OG Xbox logo. I think that just speaks to fans.
Yeah.
Speaks to my heart because I actually absolutely love the original Xbox. But he said the reason they announced the Connectless bundle already is because they're full. They're going all games. They said they're pushing stuff out because that's how many games they have to show. So Microsoft is
sweet.
Microsoft got their ass kicked last year, and they're swinging back hard this year.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I love my PlayStation, I would love to see Microsoft like come out with a big show. and make me want to go back to Xbox.
It's just good for the industry to see them succeed. Yeah, it just is.
Yeah. Because I mean, if you have a monopoly on the industry, like there's no fun in it.
Yeah.
Like
there's no competition.
I think the competitiveness is still a fun thing. It's annoying on the internet because people are retarded.
Fanboys.
But I still think like business wise, like it's a good thing.
Yeah. So speaking of Xbox having a fuckload to show, Sony doesn't.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure also Microsoft. I know you said they were going to talk about Fable Legends, Halo, which were two of their big three on the 360.
Yeah.
Which brings me to Gears. Do you think they're going to talk about another Gears?
I don't think so, because they just got the new the IP from Epic a few months ago. Like 5 months ago, so they can't be super far into the game. They might show a logo.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe like a little teaser,
but
like this is gonna be the new, like what they did with Halo,
but what they did with Battlefront last year. I think we might see something similar.
Like Battlefront and how they did Halo. They might have like a little teaser trailer, be like a new Gears in the make. Yeah, because that was honestly my favorite exclusive on the 360.
That was honestly my least favorite exclusive on the 360. Yeah. So
like Halo was alright, Fable was awful. I didn't really care for it.
Yeah,
like honestly, my favorite Xbox exclusives on 360 were Gears of War. I love the third. The third one was my favorite. Cameo Elements of Power. Believe it or not, this was made by Rare. Honestly, I think that game was one of the best games on the 360. Yeah. But it was like they just didn't continue anything with it. And Lost Odyssey was also really good.
Lost Odyssey was awesome.
Lost Odyssey was amazing.
So yeah. Microsoft.
So hopefully they may be coming back to those titles, or maybe they have new IPs to show. I think I'll be stoked for either.
They definitely have some new IPs.
I'm actually excited for their show more so than Sony, just because I have a feeling I know what Sony's going to show and what to expect from them.
Sony's show is going to be very.
But Microsoft, I have no idea what they're going to show, and I'm kind of excited about it. Like, kind of like what they're gonna do. Because
I kind of in the back of my head, I don't want to pay for another $400 for a console.
Not yet, definitely not yet.
I want an Xbox One eventually, just because I want to have the big three.
Yeah, and that way I could still continue playing with my friends that have Xbox.
Yeah, exactly. So,
which isn't as many anymore, but But I mean, still.
Yeah. So let's move on to Sony.
Yeah.
Sony's doing something really cool this year with their show. They're going to be broadcasting it into movie theaters around the country. So you're gonna be busy, so you won't be able to come with me.
Yeah, I got work and stuff.
I'm gonna be going to see it in the theater. One of the main reasons I want to do it is it's gonna be cool to see it on the big screen, obviously.
Almost like you're almost there.
Yeah, but I'm excited to be in a crowd of other PlayStation fans.
Yeah.
And when a Naughty Dog logo rolls, everybody's gonna be like, "Oh shit!" I know.
Yeah, because
it's gonna be fun.
Even though there's been a lot of talk about Uncharted, like people leaving and stuff like that, they're still gonna be showing something.
Yeah, that's gonna be there. And one more thing, we have Uncharted coming one day.
One day.
But let's start at the beginning. They're gonna start with dubstep.
They're gonna start with dubstep.
Then they're gonna go. They're gonna talk Vita, PS3, just to get that out of the way.
I was about to say that. I was thinking maybe PS3 first, then Vita.
Yeah.
Which PS3 they don't really have much else on there.
No.
Borderlands is like the biggest game on there.
Destiny.
And then also which they might open with Destiny for the PS3, just because it's gonna be the multi-platform. But then, I mean, they have a lot of like JRPGs like Persona 5 and stuff like that. There's not too much exclusives on the PS3. I mean, they're pretty much done.
Yeah.
360's obviously been done for
a year.
Judgment, I think, was the last exclusive. And then so after that, they're gonna move on to Vita. Maybe show what they got on there. I don't really know.
The weird thing is Sony, like there's a lot of games on Vita that we don't know about. Like they're just little bitty titles that.
They have a lot of downloadable like indie games and stuff like that. Downloadable titles.
But I think after they talk about Vita, the way they transition into PS4 is they're going to talk about PlayStation Now.
Yeah, exactly.
So speaking of PlayStation Now, you've been in the beta, right? How is it?
The beta is a little weird, just because like you have like a different. It's different than what I'm sure it's going to be like in the full thing. Because this one it shows that you could rent it. You have 7 days. I think 30 days and then 60 days.
Yeah.
And since it's the beta, it's all free. All the games are free. They have like Vita titles, PS3 titles, which they're all playable on all the systems.
Yeah.
Which I have it on the PS3 and the PS4 because when I was back home I did it on my brother's system just cause.
Yeah.
But they don't really have too much interesting right here for the beta. They have like Dead Island Riptide, MX versus ATV Alive, Pixel Junk, and like Oddworld, Stranger's Wrath, HD, Overlord 2. Like they don't have like anything like big. I mean, it's a beta. They don't want to like have like Uncharted or God of War on it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you're gonna pay for like later on. But I think it's pretty cool that you could. I think it's gonna be a pretty neat feature.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
I'm kind of upset that it won't be like a membership thing for like $10, $15 a month. You have like unlimited streaming or like, I mean, they could even incorporate it with PlayStation Plus, where like you get a free game per month as well, like on the streaming, like an old game, like PS4, like in June. Let's just say in June, your PS4 members will get Trine 2 and Pixel Junk.
Yeah.
But like, let's say if PlayStation Now was also a thing at that time, then like you get like a free rental or something.
Yeah.
And you have like
and you could choose
out of like 3 games or something like
That'd
that,
be really cool.
or maybe it's a given game.
Yeah.
Like this is your free game. For
Either way, I think they should give you something.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. If you have PlayStation Plus, you get an extra little something.
I'm also hoping like if you have PlayStation Plus, the rental prices are a little lower, like maybe $1.
Yeah,
lower.
maybe you get a little discount.
So maybe I'm thinking they'll do that.
I mean, a lot of these games like I can't see myself finishing like if Skyrim, let's say, would be a streamable game. I can't see myself finishing that in like 60 days.
Yeah.
Like I played that game for months and put over 100 hours into it. I won't have.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be like $5, and then like another $5.
I'm wondering if you would just straight up buy them.
That's what I was also wondering, because I would love to have just bought them.
Yeah. Are they gonna? They're gonna have PS2 games in there, right?
Yeah, they're gonna have all of them, PS1 through.
Sony, Tony Hawk Underground, put it, do it, please. But
awesome.
Yeah. So they're gonna talk about PlayStation Now, and then they're gonna move into PS4. So they're gonna show a big Destiny thing, like a big Destiny demo, I think. And then I think like we don't know what what's the company that did Little Big Planet?
Oh shit, I don't remember. But they do have a new title in the works.
Yeah, like they're working on something, and
I can't think of it.
I hope it's not I love Little Big Planet, but I want something new. I'm hoping it's not Little Big Planet 3. I mean, I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, I'd be stoked, but it's supposed to be a new title.
So they're working on something. The company that did God of War is supposedly working on a open world. Yeah, Santa Monica's supposedly working on an open world RPG. They hired the Fallout New Vegas writer for it, so it's going to be something cool like that. Naughty Dog is obviously working on Uncharted, but they're also...
I would love to see another Jack and Dexter.
I don't know anything
but they probably won't.
But they're also re-releasing Last of Us, so I'm thinking they'll show some of Last of Us.
They'll definitely show Last of Us, like a comparison.
Yeah.
Or maybe
I'm excited to replay Last of Us because, one, I didn't get to play all the DLC, and two, it's my favorite game of all time, so I want to replay it.
Yeah, I haven't got to play it, so I'm really stoked.
Side note, I was randomly watching the opening of like the first 30 minutes of The Last of Us last night, and I cried again. So I'm fucking excited for this game. I want it. So that's exciting. We said earlier that Rockstar owes them an exclusive, so they might show Agent.
If they do have something, they might show it there, or maybe even Rockstar's show will be on the PlayStation's show. Now, because Take-Two doesn't have their own little segment.
Here's the big question: will Shadow of Colossus be at the show? They've said it's still coming. They have not said it's delayed.
I think The Last Guardian will make an appearance.
That's what I meant, Last Guardian.
Oh, okay, Last Guardian. Yeah. I think they'll make an appearance. Shadow of the Colossus. That already came out.
Yeah, it's out like 10 years ago.
That already came out.
I'm sorry, I confused them. Sorry, my bad.
But yeah, I think it's
Last
all the
Guardian. Same people. Yeah.
But I think they'll make an appearance.
Because they've said it's still coming. They said it's not canceled. I think it was gonna be a PS3 game, then they took too long, so it's gonna be a PS4 game now. So a lot of people are looking forward to that. I think they're gonna show it this year.
Yeah. I mean, exclusive wise, they pretty much have that and Uncharted. that they'll be working on, and then also Santa Monica if they show off their game, which I really hope so.
Yeah.
The Order also, I'm sure, will make an appearance.
The Order's going to be there, even though it got delayed. They're going to show it.
Yeah, so they have those 4. I'm hoping maybe they'll show something else, like maybe another studio that's previously worked on exclusives coming back with either a remake, well, not a remake, but like a continuation, or I would also love to see a new IP or something like that out in the works too.
I want to see almost exactly what they did last year when they brought out the indies. Yeah. The big indie section. Like, that's one of the biggest things I've been doing on my PS4.
Yeah, same
I'm loving the indies. It's not... These days, it's not all about the AAA titles anymore, because these indie developers put out a game for $15, and it's just as good as.
Or even like big development companies like Ubisoft making Shot of Light.
Yeah,
like that game is so good.
So I'm excited to see if they got some cool exclusive indies coming.
Yeah,
and
which people ridicule PlayStation for being all about, especially like Xbox fanboys that are like, oh, well, what exclusives do you have? Indie games, and it's just like, I mean, that's not the point. Like, the point is, like, we have all these games that we can play.
Honestly, and Xbox doesn't have...
Xbox Arcade doesn't have as much.
Yeah, not even close.
Like, that was one thing that I was really upset about when I had my 360, was, like, Xbox Arcade, the only thing I really had was Magic the Gathering and Banjo-Kazooie. Like, there was really not much... BattleBox Theater, actually, too. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Because that game was fucking awesome. But besides that, like, there's really not much, like, that really pulled me into the arcade. I didn't really play the arcade that much. So, whereas PlayStation 3 I did.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it for, I think, Sony. I think they have something under their sleeve, but we have no idea.
I think they might have something that they've been trying to keep hush-hush, trying to bring out games. Because they got to keep up with...
They got to keep the momentum.
Their momentum that they've had this past year, because they've been doing so well.
So really quick, that's what we think is going to be at E3. Yeah. We're really excited. We're going to make a follow-up podcast after E3.
Yeah.
So look forward to that. Also look forward to my Mario Kart review. We're going to have some other reviews coming soon for some more games. And
we're going to try starting to do walkthroughs and stuff. It's been rough the past couple months because of school finishing, but now it's summer, we have more time.
Yeah, so look forward to more videos, more podcasts, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll probably do a lot more.
Yeah. Follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter and Instagram maybe. Well, everything's going to be in the description.
Yeah, also if you want to play on like PlayStation or Nintendo, just send us your friend codes and stuff like that.
All of our information is in the description, so if you send us a request, we will add you and we will play with you guys. So,
and then also in the comment section, just leave like a comment on like what you are really excited for E3, what you're looking forward to, what games you think might be coming, and then also go and check out our channel to see what else we have to offer, because we got a lot of stuff.
And look forward to that Mario Kart review. So thanks for everything. Thanks for listening. If you made it to the end of the video, I love you. Goodbye.
Later, guys.